Is carrying an identity a bad thing or a good thing? What's your name? Urvi. Urvi, see first thing that we must label everything as good or bad. And who taught us this? Is this the real me? Good or bad is a value judgment.
Sir, everything can give us either pain or pleasure. That's what.
But different people label different things as good and bad, and different people derive pleasure out of different things. What is good in one country is very bad in another country. What is highly pleasurable to a man of one religion is highly painful to a man of another religion. What is acceptable in one family is deeply condemnable in the neighboring family. Now, a child born in the first family will have an entirely different definition of pleasure. But we must always begin, as you did, with asking, is it good or bad? Is it right or wrong? And we do not ask from where are our standards of good and bad coming. How does this mind decide what is right and what is wrong? What is the source of these labels?
Asked.
Yet we ask it this way. Don't ask whether it is good or bad. Ask what is it? And if I realize that good or bad is not needed, just ask what is it? So you are asking, is it good or bad to carry identities? Just ask, what is it to be identified with someone or something? We all realize that every identity.
But sir, every identity is given by others.
By others,
We
yes.
don't have any identity of ours.
Yes, wonderful, yes. And we do not know that situation. We do not have any understanding of that state where we are
Right.
without identity.
Yes.
Because all our life we have lived in identities. And what is an identity? An identity is a ready-made answer about responding to life. See, as you are sitting over here, it's a live example, good that it has come to me. As you are sitting to here, and Urvi has asked me this question, I recall that I have met at least her batch once in first year. Have I not? Yes. So I must be having some memories, or I might at least have some memories theoretically. It was not too long back. Now, if I operate out of those memories, then I'll not be able to see at all the quality of the question, the mind of the questioner. I would be identified with my past, and then the answer will not carry any value. I will say, I already know what kind of student this one is. If I already know what kind of student this one is, then I already know what kind of answer to give. Then there would be no freshness in my response. It is dead, dirty, stale. That is the thing with being identified. There is no freshness. I already know. I already know that people from such and such country or such and such community are not good. They are evil, violent. Because I am identified with my community and my country. Now there is no way I can look at that person when that fellow comes in front of me. I'll say, I already know. The place that you are coming from, the community that you are coming from, the country that you are coming from is full of rascals. So go away. Now life becomes closed and we do not know anything. And every such moment that you are spending identified is actually a terrible loss of life. Life is all you have. Life is all you have. And every moment spent identified is life gone waste. The great opportunity is squandered. That is the thing with being identified. I could speak on this in 5 other ways, but I hope you have already understood. Give me one example where you are identified and that does you any good, that it brings you peace, that it brings you closer to reality. Whatever you want in life. As young people, we want freedom, we want truth, we want love, we want joy. Think of it. Does identification bring you closer to all these? Or does it make you closed to all these? Is there love in identification? Is there freedom in identification? But I'm so sure that standing where you are at this stage of life, you want love, you want freedom, but you won't get it if you are identified. It's as simple as that.
So what I'm understanding from you is that leave all the things, your parents, your brother, sister,
Yes,
and do whatever you want to do. Forget about engineering.
It's a very This is a highly simplistic way of looking at it. What's your name? Vineet is saying that, sir, you are probably saying that leave your parents, society, education, everything, friends, and just do what you want to do. And that appears threatening, very, very threatening. Vineet, how can you make that decision? Just because somebody says that do it this way? But that's what we have been usually doing. Making decisions on the basis of the information, on the basis of the stimuli, on the basis of the pressures that come from outside. Now, if you make another such decision, how is it different from the type of conditioning that anyway is there with the entire world? This is not a moral science class. This is not an authoritarian class. This is not where you are served commandments, do this or do that. What we are saying is, we are students of technology, right?
That is again an identity.
That is an identity. If I say that if this goes away, some part of me reduces. But if I'm just reading a book, that does not mean I'm identified with it. Right? Now, you go into a laboratory and you do not say whether the experiment is good or bad. All you say is, I want to find out. That kind of mind. I want to find out what is the reality. Being what we are, we do not understand anything. How will we even understand what is it to have a loving relationship with parents? You are talking about leaving parents. I am asking, do we really know what is it to have a loving relationship with anybody? Parents, pets, friends, book, pen, sports, anything? When you know that, then there is a movement, then there is a change. Right? It's not a question of do this or do that. It's a very simplistic thing that is done to kids. Go ahead, do this. But why must adults depend on someone for commandments? Adults can get together and talk only to have clarity. And when that clarity is available, you know for yourself what to do and what not to do. Nobody else needs to guide you. We are here so that as we discuss things, something just becomes a little less hazy. So that the dust on the mirror is removed and we can look at our face. That's the only thing. Yes? Yes.